When we look at the Old Testament analogy of this, friends, we see that over in the book of Exodus, when the Israelites were called to Mount Sinai to hear the voice of God, they were to wash themselves. They were to do all kinds of ceremonial cleansing. They were to prepare their bodies, their outside bodies, their minds, their hearts for the presence of God. And friends, in the New Testament, it's no different. You have been raised in Christ to the heavenly place if you are a Christian. And you are to live as though you've been called. You've been called to position. You've been called to possession. Therefore, he says, lead a life that balances with your calling. Then what is the church? The church is a group of people who lead lives that balance with their calling. Friends, when we look at this, just this one verse, and take it in context with the rest of the 4th chapter, the rest of the 5th chapter. Remember the 4th chapter, him that stole, let him steal no more. Lie not one to another. Put away falsehood. Don't speak evil with your neighbor, for we are members of one another. Be angry, but sin not. Don't give way or opportunity to the devil. All of what Paul is saying here is, look, you let your conduct balance with your calling. Husbands, love your wives. You let your conduct at home with your wife. Fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. You let your conduct balance with your calling. That's all he's saying. Always look at a book as you study it as a whole, as one letter. And here we see the letter speaking for itself. I beseech you, not today only, but every day, Paul is saying, that you lead a life worthy of your calling. Friends, tune in tomorrow as we continue talking about the nature of the church that God had in his mind. Once again, we thank you for tuning in. Thank you and good day. Once again, we thank you for your support and your listenership and the influence that you have on your friends, encouraging them to listen to this broadcast. We hope that you continue to tune in as we continue to do our very best to share with you what thus saith the Lord from the Scriptures.